What's up, everyone? Thank you for joining us once again on the Dstar01 channel. I'm your host, Dexter, Arafiles, and thank you for joining us for another toy review for the Threezero MDLX Mega Man / Rockman if you are in Japan, or Mega Man here in the US. If you're looking to pick this up, you can get him at www.dstartoys.com. You'll have a source for awesome action figures. He retails for $39.99 if we have any more. Speaking of price, that's a really good price for what you get. So let's talk about the positives and negatives right away. Let's talk about the negatives. This guy does not come with much, to my surprise. He doesn't come with a stand. He doesn't really come with a ton of hands. He's pretty much the most basic Mega Man that you can get. But that's actually not that bad, because we're going to get other colors of Mega Mans when he changes his suit in the future. So this is going to start off as your plain Jane blue Mega Man. So the positives, obviously, he's Mega Man. We haven't had a decent Mega Man figure. We had Kotobukiya have like model kits and stuff like that. They're a little bit bigger, but this is a true action figure. I love it because I love Mega Man. So I'm a little bit biased. Been playing Mega Man since Mega Man 2. So I'm a longtime Mega Man fan, and this is a really good figure. But he does have some caveats. So let's talk about that when we talk about paint and detail, articulation and scale, and accessories. First, let's go into paint and detail. If you notice anything about this guy, he has a really interesting mix of the light blue being a matte finish, and the legs and forearms and helmet are a shiny blue. And one thing that I noticed, I didn't even think they would do this, his feet are metal. Wow! And not only are they metal, they're magnetic. Yes. So I have a hammer here. Now, they're not super strong, but you'll get the idea. If you put this on your fridge, he'll actually withstand. So there you have it. He's standing on the side right there, and that's just with the feet. And look at this. Let's see if I could get him to go upside down like a DQ Blizzard. And there you go. Not falling off. Pretty interesting that they did that. Wow. I really appreciate that. He doesn't really run up walls, but I really appreciate little things like that, and that's really cool. So yeah, metal feet. That's really cool. Everything else is plastic, by the way. I don't think this is a completely metal figure. It's just the feet. I honestly thought the like the boots right here, like the cuffs, were metal. But I don't think they are that, or they're a really heavy plastic. And that's another thing about this figure, is that he's heavy. Because of the metal feet, he's quite heavy. I thought he would be really light because he's really small, but no, he is quite heavy, so to my surprise. Overall, looking really good. Looks like Mega Man. No issues here with the look and the paint and detail. Excellent paint apps, as you can see. No issues here. Did a very good job. Threezero did a good job with quality control. Let's zoom in a little bit so we see closer at this guy. And right now I have his angry face on, which looks really solid. Really good. No issues here. Now, let's talk about articulation and scale. Let's take out the trusty ruler. Let's see how tall this little guy is standing. He's only standing under 4 inches. I would dare say 3 3/4. So if you're wondering, hey, he's a little bit small, he's actually the right size. So if you think about like Marvel versus Capcom, right? Here's Ken. This is an SH Figure Arts Ken. This does make sense. Here is an SH Figure Arts Ryu, another Capcom character. This makes sense. He's supposed to be a shorter, smaller character, and that's exactly what you get here. But he's actually bigger than Daima Goku, to my surprise. So there you have it. That's how he looks like when he compares to other action figures. And if you're thinking, well, Dex, I'm getting him for Smash Brothers. Yes, you are, and therefore here is a Bring Arts Cloud. Don't have Mario and Luigi out right now. But yeah, so if you're thinking of putting him in your Smash Brothers collection, I highly recommend this Mega Man for that. So let's talk about articulation. He's so small, you can't really fit like 30 points of articulation, but we're going to get whatever we can, which we have a ball joint right here. It kind of, actually, as you can see right here, let's look real close. That's actually a double-sided ball joint, and it's metal. Wow, that's pretty cool. I think we need more metal joints. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of plastic joints tend to break a lot more. But anyway, here we go. We have a bend at the knee there, and also that ball joint does allow for some rotation. It actually does pull out just a little bit right there. But it doesn't really move that much, to my surprise. But it gets the job done. We have bend right here at the elbow, or sorry, at the knee right here. We get some sort of like ball joint right here, which also I'm starting to think, yes, I think, as we're looking at Mega Man's crotch, the crotch joints are also metal. Wow, okay, so they put a lot of thought into this guy. Really nice, really tight too, so getting that kick to do the soccer ball kick, as like in Mega Man 8, is a little bit hard to do at first. I had to loosen this guy up by moving it ever so slowly, so if you get this guy, just note that you're probably going to have to move him around just to loosen him up out of the box. So there you have it. So that's a nice front kick right there. We have 2 articulation points right here in the midsection, so you can get really nice twists. So you can do all kinds of cool poses right here, something like this. Okay, he doesn't really do that, but he does do the classic Mega Man jump right here. And of course, if you play Smash Brothers, he does a version of the Shoryuken, which we'll get to in just a bit. Some more poses there. He does have butterfly joints on the shoulders, which is really cool, and a bicep swivel. To my surprise, for something this small, usually they don't include a bicep swivel, but he does. We have a bend at the elbow there, and we have a kind of a solid joint here, which is just a straight ball to ball. So there's a, I think that, yeah, that's a peg that goes into his forearm, and then the ball that goes in the end. So this is just there for rotation, not so much up and down. And we have double jointed, or 2 joints here at the neck, looking to be, I think this isn't, let me do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, exactly 20 points of articulation. To my surprise, yeah, 20 points of articulation. Very articulated. Let's get some moves in there. Of course, we got to do the Shoryuken test as his arm falls out. Don't worry, that ball joint, look at that, just pops right back in. If you could just give me a second. I think I've been messing with him a little bit too much here. There you go. So let's get a Shoryuken test right here. And of course, let's get a quick breakdance pose. Let's see if we can balance him here. He does have a big head. Oh, and yes we do. We got a handstand right there. Looking really sharp. So let's talk about accessories. Let's go to top cam right here. When you do get him, he comes in a brown shipper box, which is really, really cool. And it shows the product code and everything, so you know which Mega Man you are getting. And the reason why that's significant, because later on in the future, you're going to be getting like the Cutman powers, Iceman powers, all kinds of stuff. So it's going to have different suits, so you're going to know which one you're going to get without actually opening the box, which is really nice. So if you're a collector out there, you don't want to open your Mega Man from Threezero and all the other future ones, now you know which one is which. So here we have it. This is what the box on the inside looks like. Let's open it up. Like I said before, not much accessories. Let's see, we get the blaster arm, the energy canister, the blaster, and 2 extra hands, and of course we get that face, which I will show you in a bit. It's a pretty stoic face. Actually, it's right here, and that's it right there. So, like I said, not much, but let's do a deep dive because we don't get much. Here is the regular neutral face, and it's really easy to remove. You just remove the helmet right here, and then swap it out. Easy peasy, no issues with that. Okay, there we go. Pop right back in. Let's take the forearm arm out, and here is his blaster arm. It goes like this. And of course you get blaster pose right here. Looking really cool. Of course you got to do a classic running pose. I was really hoping, and I think this is why they decide to do like a magnetic, so you can get him in that classic running Mega Man pose without a stand. But that kind of ruins the point because not a lot of people have a metal base. So I mean, it's cool that he does this, but you're going to have to get like some sort of thin sheet metal to get him to stand. and it has to be decently small. You don't want a giant piece of metal just for one Mega Man figure. I guess you can, because later on in the future we're gonna get other ones, and if you want them all running, that's one way to do it. So you don't need a stand. I think that's basically why they decided to do like the magnetic feet, so you don't need a stand. So anyway, there he is with his blaster arm. Let's get the blaster effect, which has like an adapter right there. By the way, this adapter right here cannot be removed, that blue adapter. Let me point that out real quick. I heard some customers, when I sold this, it was actually missing this. So I feel bad for you guys. I'm going to see if you are missing it. I'll see if I can make an adapter, 3D print it, design it, and everything like that, so you guys don't have to worry. I don't know if Threezero will actually replace that. They might, because this is something that I rarely see. Let's talk about that. I know we're in what do you call it, in accessories, but I guess this is kind of cool. You get a warranty. I never really see this with any action figure, so maybe register the figure if you are missing it, and maybe they'll give you an official piece. So anyway, if anything's wrong with this guy, that's pretty cool. I like that. Very rarely do I see warranty cards with any action figures. So anyway, that's there. I removed that, and this blaster effect piece goes like that. And there's our super fighting robot right there with a charged up blaster. Looking really, really cool. Let's take out one of the hands. So you can see this is just a grippy hand or a open palm hand. And it pops right in. And you can have him hold it. You can have your energy canister. I think it was mostly made to be held like this. So there you have it. We can have it like that. Again, it's really hard. I don't know why they didn't just make a hand that could grip this thing. I know it was supposed to be made to be held like that. So let's look closer there. There is our boy Mega Man. Now we can come up with a conclusion of the MDLX Mega Man from Threezero. I think for $39.99, maybe even $49.99, I think he's worth it. He's a pretty cool figure, and one thing that really stands out is the magnetic feet. Pretty rad. I didn't think they would do that. I thought only magnetic feet was like in the Mayfix Spider-Man, but hey, this is welcome. I really like it. The only issue I think here, like I said, lack of accessories. Every once in a while, like I was when I was reviewing this, even when I was messing with him, this does pop off pretty easily. Well, not super easy, but it can if you mess with him too much. I think if you're just posing him, heck, even light play should be fine. But yeah, just to let you know, sometimes ball joints just don't want to stick. But this one's not awful, like I said. Look, see, he's not falling off if I move it around or swing it around and everything like that. You need some force to pop that arm off. But anyway, I think he's worth it. If you're looking to pick him up, you can get him at www.dstartoys.com. Reliable source for awesome action figures. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.